Tesla's Giga Berlin Gigafactory electrifies California Germany cultural clash. Victoria Walderson has just published a very interesting story in Reuters about half an hour ago discussing a disruption and clash between California and Germany cultures due to Tesla Giga Berlin. In this report, I'm going to tell you all about that, friends. Welcome back, dear friends, and good morning. This is Armin Harayan from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel for daily Tesla news and discussions if you are here first time. And give us thumbs up, please, if you like and find this report about Giga Berlin interesting. So, with final approval for its German Giga Berlin factory potentially just weeks away, Tesla's Elon Musk will make an appearance in the tiny town of Grünheide this Saturday to host a big country fair. They're expecting between 5,000 to 10,000 people. Despite virus-related curbs limiting gatherings in Germany to under 5,000 people, Tesla applied for and got a permit to have 9,000 at the October 9 Giga Fest after local authorities agreed to event would be virus safe. Coming to the heels of officials allowing the company to break ground on its new site before final approval had even been granted, environmental groups say this is just the latest example of Tesla being given too much leeway to act disruptively in Germany. A pattern they worry will continue. In what way it will continue, I don't know. If you guys know, let me know, please. Tesla did not respond to a request for comment from Reuters. The pre-approvals Elon Musk has received from local authorities to build without final permission are legal in Germany, but rarely used by German firms because of the associated risk. If final approval is not granted, Tesla must pay to tear everything down. That's a huge risk, and Tesla has already 100 million euros deposit for that. While some bemoan Musk's approach as throwing Germany caution to the wind, others who say German regulations governing planning, jobs, and environmental concerns are unnecessarily restrictive, welcome the influence he could have on the country's business culture. Here's one quote I want to present you. I am fully convinced Tesla can have a positive effect on Germany. Brandenburg's economy minister, Jörg Steinbach, a prominent advocate of the factory, told Reuters. Jörg Steinbach has been extremely supportive for Tesla and has done a lot of things for Giga Berlin. The fundamental idea of taking a close look at current legislation and checking whether it could perhaps be modernized without risking a loss of legal clout is, in my opinion, absolutely worth considering, said Steinbach to Reuters. The country's powerful unions are already gearing up to fight for German-style contracts for Tesla workers. Environmental groups are poised to oppose any further expansion plans, and locals wary of Elon Musk's American ways are watching the firm's every move. Tesla has to stick to environmental protection laws, building laws, and of course, labor and unionization laws. Birgit Dietz, head of Brandenburg region for Union IG Metall and a former member of Volkswagen's supervisory board, said to Reuters. Elon Musk has made his irritation for German laws and processes known, saying in a letter to authorities in April that the country's complex planning requirements were at odds with the urgency needed to fight climate change. Once running, the factory will produce 500,000 electric cars a year and generate 50 gigawatt hours of battery capacity, more than any other plant in the country. But once that battery factory reaches full capacity with 250, 300, it will be largest in the world. Conservationists between the union and the application indicate Tesla, whose CEO is known for his rocky relationship with organized labor, is offering pay 20% below the collectively bargained wages offered at other German automakers, IG Metall said. It is also shaking up conventional German contracts by offering packages with stock options and bonuses rather than predetermined holiday pay. driving a harder bargain with its workforce could create a competitive advantage for Tesla, whose choice to set up its first European gigafactory in the homeland of Volkswagen, Daimler, and BMW has raised the stakes in the global battle for electric car dominance. In fact, consider yesterday's GM announcement for that battle. Elon Musk has already experienced German union power. When Tesla bought German car parts supplier Grohmann Automation in 2017, it set wages 30% below average, refusing to match collectively bargained pay. After the firm offered one-off bonuses and stock options instead, unions dropped a threat to strike. Unions say stock options have also been mooted at the Brandenburg factory. About that, I don't know, friends. So, Reuters report also has a subtitle which reads German car makers can't do it, but Tesla can. Let's see why. Of the 12,000 positions to be created at Tesla Giga Berlin, 800 to 1,200 have been filed so far, according to IG Metall and Jörg Steinbach. Tesla did not respond to requests for comment or questions on how recruitment was progressing, but data from LinkedIn suggests applications are low, with fewer than 10 applicants for most of the factory positions advertised in the past months. Grünheide is a 45-minute drive from the Polish border, and Tesla is widely expected to recruit workers from there as well. 20% under German wages is still very good pay for Polish workers. Ferdinand Dudenhofer, an expert on the German auto industry, said German automakers couldn't do it, they'd get into big trouble with the union, but Tesla can do it. So this is what it refers to. Elon Musk had planned on starting production in July in order to deliver the Model Y car to European customers from Berlin, but local opposition and the late addition of a battery plant requiring blueprints to be resubmitted to authorities held up the process, says Reuters. But it's not much local opposition, but as much as Tesla changing the plans, and the whole change had to go through the process according to the German legislation. The delay forced Tesla to deliver the Model Y from Shanghai, prolonging waiting times and increasing costs. In a document published online in late September containing all 813 objections to the factory filed with local authorities and Tesla's responses, the company repeatedly reminded its critics that it was creating jobs and bringing Germany closer to its electric mobility goals, which is a big goal in Germany, especially in Berlin area. I understand the concerns, but some of it is selfish. It's always the same. People wanting things like wind farms and electric vehicles, just not their backyard, said 60-year-old Grünheide local Ralph Thomas Peterson, a member of Germany's official Tesla fan club. Although I personally think that we need to respect locals' wishes too, because Grünheide is a very peaceful town and they want to keep it. A public hearing scheduled for September 23 for citizens to discuss objections to the factory was moved online due to concerns that it could become a super spreader event. Authorities said a decision which some viewed as hypothetical considering the likely approval of Tesla's request for 9,000 person party. This isn't about Tesla. It's about whether you take citizen participation seriously. Michael Ganschow of environmental organization Grünliga said, "We can't just say you are making electric cars so you can do whatever you want." This is the general attitude with the environmental organizations, friends there. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this clash between Germany and California? Between Tesla regarding the German culture. By the way, recently you've heard like last Saturday in a recent development, Tesla delivered 241,300 electric vehicles during the third quarter of 2021. The company reported that on Saturday, the quarter's deliveries topped expectations analysts predicted that Tesla would deliver around 220,900 electric cars during this period, according to estimates compiled by Street Account. As of September 30th, the company produced 237,823 cars in the period ending September 30, 2021. Well, friends, let me know your thoughts about Tesla, Giga Berlin, this upcoming Giga Fair, country fair for the public. This is Armin Harian from TorqueNews.com. Please subscribe to our channel, join our community. Look how interesting our comments are under our posts. And if you find this helpful, please give us thumbs up, share in social media. I would greatly appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you soon later today with more Tesla news. And God bless you all, and peace be with all of you. See you soon.